Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving into a truly incredible story of bravery and ingenuity during the fall of Saigon, the daring escape of Major Buang Lee and his family. It's a nail-biter.
A stolen plane, a chaotic evacuation. This sounds intense. What was the situation like in South Vietnam at the time?
Absolutely. It was April 29, 1975, the final day of South Vietnam. The North Vietnamese were closing in, and the country was descending into utter chaos. The Paris peace accords had failed, and the evacuation was already underway. But it was far from orderly. Think massive airlifts, overcrowded planes, people clinging to the landing gear. A desperate scramble for survival.
Wow, so Major Buang Lee was in this maelstrom. What made him decide to take such a huge risk?
He was stationed on Con Son Island, a former prison camp with a small airfield. When the North Vietnamese advanced, he knew he had to get his wife and 5 children to safety. He stole a tiny O-1 bird dog, a Cessna 170, and crammed his whole family into it. No flight plan, no radio, just sheer determination. It was a ridiculously overloaded plane, not designed for overwater flight, and he was heading towards the unknown.
Unbelievable. So he just flew out to sea? What happened next?
He spotted a group of helicopters and followed them, hoping they were heading towards friendly forces. It turned out to be the USS Midway, a massive aircraft carrier involved in Operation Frequent Wind, the evacuation of Saigon. But landing a tiny, overloaded Cessna on an aircraft carrier, that's a feat in itself.
Absolutely, that's insane. What was the situation on the Midway like? I mean, they were already dealing with a massive evacuation.
The Midway was already overflowing with refugees. Helicopters were landing and taking off constantly. The flight deck was a chaotic scene. The crew, though, were incredibly resourceful and well-trained. They were used to handling high-pressure situations, but this was something else entirely. They were dealing with thousands of evacuees, many of them traumatized and in need of medical attention.
So how did they handle the situation with Major Buang Lee's plane? Did they even see it coming?
Initially, they saw the tiny plane circling and tried to contact him by radio, but there was no response. He dropped notes. Eventually, one made it to the crew, explaining his situation and requesting help. The captain, Captain Chambers, faced a tough decision: order him to ditch, risking the lives of his family, or attempt a landing, which would require clearing a significant portion of the flight deck.
A truly impossible situation. What did he decide?
Against the advice of his superiors, Captain Chambers ordered the deck cleared. He had several helicopters pushed overboard to make room for the Cessna. Think about that decision. Sacrificing millions of dollars worth of equipment to save a family. It was a monumental risk, but he chose to prioritize human life.
Incredible. And the landing itself?
It was a picture-perfect landing, considering the circumstances. The crew rushed to secure the plane, and the Buang family was safely evacuated. It was a truly remarkable moment of human resilience and cooperation under extreme pressure.
It's a testament to the courage of Major Buang Lee and the incredible resourcefulness of the USS Midway crew. A truly inspiring story.
Absolutely. And it's a story that deserves to be remembered. The Buang family eventually resettled in the United States, and the bird dog he flew that day is now in a museum, a fitting tribute to their incredible journey. Thanks for joining us on Tech Bytes and News. We hope you enjoyed this incredible story. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.